There's no shortage of great books to read, but we all have books that we've read and reread multiple times. And one of my favorites is Spiritual Leadership by J. Oswald Sanders. And you might expect that a book with the title Spiritual Leadership would be focused solely on those who want to learn more about or hone in their leadership skills for either their work or ministry. But really, this book has principles that can help every single Christian. In fact, the full title of the book gets that across very clearly. It is Principles of Excellence for Every Believer. So in order to encourage you to pick up a copy of Sanders' Spiritual Leadership for yourself, I wanted to share 14 quotes from the book that I found especially helpful. If you are interested in copying those quotes and writing them down and capturing them for later, or you'd like to pick up a copy of the book, you can find all this information on my website at reasonabletheology.org/leadership. Enjoy.
On using time wisely. Minutes and hours wisely used translate into an abundant life. Leisure is a glorious opportunity and a subtle danger. Each moment of the day is a gift from God that deserves care, for by any measure our time is short and the work is great. Our problem is not too little time, but making better use of the time we have. Each of us has as much time as anyone else. We are not responsible for our endowments or natural abilities, but we are responsible for the strategic use of time. These lines were found engraved on a sundial. The shadow of my finger cast divides the future from the past. Before it stands the unborn hour in darkness and beyond thy power. Behind its unreturning line, the vanished hour, no longer thine. 1 hour alone is in thy hands, the now on which the shadow stands. Quotes about the importance of reading. A student will find that his mental constitution is more affected by 1 book thoroughly mastered than by 20 books he has merely skimmed. Little learning and much pride comes of hasty reading. Quoting A.W. Tozer. One reason why people are unable to understand great Christian classics is that they are trying to understand without any intention of obeying them. If a man is known by the company he keeps, so also his character is reflected in the books he reads. On ministry. Jesus is the chief shepherd. We are assistants and associates working under his authority. The spiritual leader will choose the hidden path of sacrificial service and approval of the Lord over the flamboyant self-advertising of the world. The spiritual leader should outpace the rest of the church, above all, in prayer. On character. Pride takes many forms, but spiritual pride is the most grievous. To become proud of spiritual gifts or leadership position is to forget that all we have is from God. All the position we occupy is God's appointment. If a Christian is not willing to rise early and work late, to expend greater effort in diligent study and faithful work, that person will not change a generation. Fatigue is the price of leadership. Mediocrity is the result of never getting tired. Quoting an unknown poet. The heights of great men reached and kept were not attained by sudden flight, but they, while their companions slept, were toiling upward in the night.
Well, there you go. 14 quotes from J. Oswald Sanders' book, Spiritual Leadership, Principles of Excellence for Every Believer. I hope that you found that helpful, and I would be interested in hearing what book have you read over and over again. Leave a comment and let others know what book they should check out and put on their reading list. Thanks for watching.